Jaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesha Sanyavari Paschata Desatarane Devam Divyatanam Sachanda Vadanam Balarka Chedansitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Vadanam Vairagi Vidyabadim Sri Sadanta Nidam Zabhakti Lasitam Sarasvatanam Varam Vande Tam Srivaram Madeka Sharanam Yasishvaram Śrīdaram. Quantity and quality. Quantity and quality. Srila Maharaj was a person of quality, and he very much was a person who spent his time deeply absorbed in meditating on the words of his Guru Maharaj and the previous acharyas.
Take your hand close.
It works, he just said doesn't keep it close.
Yes.
Okay.
Not hearing.
This is better.
This is better, Maharaj is better.
This is better. Okay. So the deep realizations of Srila Maharaj are something that are not normally produced by the general group of devotees. In other words, and that was recognized by our Harinam and Diksha Guru, Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He noticed from the very beginning the special attributes of Srila Bhakti Rakshak, Srila Sridhara Gosvami Maharaj. In other words, there's an old saying, it takes one to know one. Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, descended from a platform of pure devotion from the very, very beginning of his life. And that continuity of devotion and dedication to Mahaprabhu and Nitai and to his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, was recognized by Srila Maharaj. So Srila Maharaj often said that it was Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, it was he who fulfilled the desire of Saraswati Thakur. And that was right here at Radhakund. The instructions given to Srila Prabhupada by Saraswati Thakur was right at the Sangam, where he said, if you ever get any type of Lakshmi resources, publish books, print books. So Srila Prabhupada, he started off printing where? Radha Press. So Radhakund, Radha Press. And Srila Maharaj appeared in Kartik, Bahalas, but not at the appearance of Radhakund, because that is a little bit of a dilemma that is being propagated and has been propagated for quite some time, over 100 years. In actuality, Mahaprabhu, as Srila Maharaj explained, he entered into Vrindavan in the month of Posha. That's the winter time, right? And he had traveled throughout Braj, establishing the different places of pastimes of Lord Krishna. And when he came to this area, then in the rice field he discovered that pond, which was Radha Kund. So that wasn't at this time, that was later, January, February, like that. It was cold time. And then after, in the month of, then he continued on to Benares, and there he met and instructed Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami after. So this particular historical fact, this was actually clarified by Srila Sridhara Maharaj. And our contemporary here, Giri Maharaj, brought that out. And to, of course, I spoke this also to some of the residents here in Radha Kund, and they accepted it. Some of the Brahmins here, they accepted that reality. So, again, coming back to Srila Sridhara Maharaj, it is personalities like him who have been able to extract the essence out of the Shastra, clarify those particular points, and delineate those points to the audience according to the time, place, and circumstance. So when we first heard of Srila Sridhara Maharaj, that was in 1978, and it was elucidated by one of our godbrothers who said, we are following the orders of our spiritual master A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada by going to Srila Sridhara Maharaj and hearing his explanations of the Siddhanta and how to behave, Vaishnava etiquette, how to behave with one another. So these 2 points, which are actually the foundation of our Gaudiya culture. How to deal with one another, Vaishnava etiquette, and what is the proper philosophy. What is Dham Tattva, Nam Tattva, Guru Tattva, Archan Tattva. So many points. Srila Sridhara Maharaj, questions were asked of him at that time, specifically from 78, 79, 80, 81, and 82. These particular years were when Srila Sridhara Maharaj started to give out many of the very, very important philosophical and Siddhantic points. And it behooves everybody in this audience to hear directly, due to this is the modern world of technology. So recordings were there. Srila Prabhupada's disciples, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's disciples, were very, very astute in recording every word that Prabhupada said. And those recordings were made, and they're very clear. And they have given guidance to millions of people throughout the world. And the graduation from those talks are the talks of Srila Sridhara Maharaj. And it was Srila Prabhupada's disciples who started to record the words of Srila Sridhara Maharaj, which are for the benefit of everyone, this generation, the next generation, for generations to come. So it's a dynamic process, and the words of the spiritual master, they're not static, they are dynamic. You can hear them over and over and over again, and as we progress in our spiritual life, new and more new meanings will come. And that inspiration that we get, we will want to share that with others. That is a natural phenomena. If you have something nice, you want to give it to others. You want to share it with others. Right? So this process is the blessings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and especially Nitai. Nitai is very, very compassionate, very indiscriminatory. In other words, he doesn't discriminate who is fit or who is unfit. He is not caught in the cage of this body or mind or intellect. He is not identifying himself as, I am from this country, I am from this race, I am from this caste, I have this type of education. Nitai doesn't discriminate. He freely distributed love. But that love means what? It means dedication. Dedication to what? Utility. Srila Maharaj uses the word utility, to be utilized by the higher agents. Not that we want to use them, we want to be used by them. Because that's our nature. Krishna Das. We're eternal servants of the Supreme. That's our very nature. And the moment we go against that in the exploitive nature, then there's a contradiction. There's disharmony. There's dissatisfaction. There is no happiness. Jai Ho. Hari Bo. So, please, take the name of Nitai Gaur and chant the Maha Mantra with full heart. As Guru Maharaj would say, heart within and God overhead. March on. Heart within. The head can only take you so far. The head, the intellect, will only take you so far. Buddhi dadami yogam tvam. The buddhi, what is that buddhi? What is that intelligence? That divine intelligence is given by Krishna. And who does he give it to? Those who have surrendered to him, who are on the path of progressive spiritual development. He gives them the intelligence by which he can be known. And who can know Krishna? There's only one person who knows Krishna in tota. Srimati Radharani. Jai Sri Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna.
So when we are extremely calm and try to express, try to verify to be happy, we are being very happy and to say, Maharaj, now was full time in the bank of Jomana, near Iskana Goshana, and Vipanu Srivastava. Maharaj loved the cow, so many cows, Maharaj himself, I also like, so just come and so that happy and sure. Now I'm listening to your Bhakti on Dear Maharaj. He said, you will say after